Papa Kow Mensah Agyefi. My name has a lot of explanations. So Papa Kow is because Ghanaians, we name people after the days they were born. So I am Eko, and Eko means I was born on a Thursday. Yeah, and then they just add Papa or Nana or something, Ora, and all these ones are titles. I don't know why they add it. So my name is Papa Kow, and because Papa ends with A and then Eko starts with E, they remove one vowel. So I'm Papa Kow Mensah because I'm a third born boy, because we are 4 boys and I'm the third. So if you are a successive, as you have successive boys, the third one will become Mensah. Successive girls, the third one becomes Mensah. So I'm Papa Kow Mensah, and Agyefi is my surname. Yes. First born is PSA, second born is Menu, third born Mensah or Mensah. That one is Akan. This one is Akan because I'm Akan. This one is called the Seprewa. Se means to speak. Pere means to press or to pluck or to touch, like that. And wa is a diminutive suffix which means small. If there is me and then another Eko who is small, they might even call him Ekowa, just to show that it's small. So the name means this small instrument, if you touch it, it speaks. This small instrument, it speaks when you touch it. Okay, so it's traditionally from the Akan people, but mainly in the Ashanti. And then it has roots so up to the Ghana, Mali, Songhai Empire. And people link it to the Kora of Senegal, Gambia, all those places. They say this is a small Kora. Okay, so initially it was first taken as a lute from a war between the Ashanti people and then the German people. German people, we have some of the German people in Ghana, but they are mostly in Côte d'Ivoire. And yeah, people have called it different names. Ghanaian traditional harp, others say it's a harp lute. And then people say it's a baby kora and then other things, but the Ashanti people call it Seprewa. It was captured with one-legged man. When he was captured, he was taken to the Ashanti chief's court. First Ashanti king, Otumfuo, Osei Tutu, he fell in love with the instrument and then he captured this instrument and then its player. And then a whole family was taken and then trained in that line. So there is a chief for this in the Ashanti kingdom, but other people were able to learn to make it and then they also started playing around with it. Some say the Akan people, they are from Canaan. Some say they initially were captured by the Egyptians and then they fought them and then they escaped and then they came and then they settled in the Ghana, Mali, Songhai Empire. So they learned different things from different people. So the German people are said to be part of these people who settled in the Ghana, Mali, Songhai Empire. But with this European demarcation of, they went to Côte d'Ivoire. Some settled in the northern parts of Ghana. Others came down to the current southern parts. So we've had the Ashantis, the Akwemus. Yeah, so the king fell in love with it and then he decided to establish it. So it's mostly used for praise singing. Onyame, Onyame wamweni obo soro ni asase. Omadawase. Asafu Yehuwa badi omadawase. So it imitates the speech of the player. So as a player, you have to know a lot of things. It's like the Kora. You have to know history, you have to know proverbs, you have to know a lot of things to be able to use this instrument. And it's mostly used for dignitaries. And then this instrument speaks after you. As we can see, yeah, this is the neck. And then initially, it didn't have these guitar tuning picks. Then the strings have been changed from the initial strings, which was dowa. I've not seen a dowa before, but they say dowa is roots of a certain tree in the wilderness. So they use the dowa instead of the nylon strings. And then there is a bridge, and then there is a resonating body, which is covered by animal skin, cow skin or something, to give the sound when it resonates. So this one is hollow. The body is hollow. When you play it, it vibrates the bridge, and then the bridge gives it to the skin, and the skin sends it down to the hollow parts, and then it just comes out. So, Seprewa. After it's moved from the Ashanti courts, the other chiefs were also able to use it. So, it was used for the praise singing when the king is sad or something. That's why I was saying you must know proverbs, you must know histories, you must know oral tradition. So, they used it to entertain the chiefs and then the other dignitaries in the chief's court. So when it got into the hands of ordinary people, it was later found out to be used in one church in Ghana. It's called Akan Church. So they use it for the praising of God. So currently, Osei Korankye is one guy who is trying to sustain this tradition. Osei. And then Korankye is Korankye. In Ghana, the KY is like CH in English. He uses it for fine praise singing, but he also uses it for normal musical performances, maybe just a gig or something. So that is where I also learned to play it. I learned from him. He has been working a lot with Kow Mensah. Kow is also an American ethnomusicologist. He's into this stuff, and then he loves it so much. Kow has uploaded a lot of Osei Korankye's performances on YouTube. I wanted to find out what Osei Korankye was doing because I just loved music. Because my parents used to listen to a lot of traditional music. So I had a thing for traditional music. So right from high school, I wanted to be a traditional healer because what is on my heart is to make people happy and make people healthy. So that is all that is on my mind. But my father said, because things are getting out of hand, a lot of the healers are using other stuff. They mix it with blood and then all those things. So he convinced me to go to school. So in school, I registered as a classical piano student. But after 2 years of doing classical music, the interest just dwindled. And then I decided to learn a traditional instrument. So I learned to play a flute, a Ghanaian traditional flute. It's called Atenteben. Yeah. So I learned to play that one, and then I played it for almost 3 years. But in the course of playing, I found this one too, and then I loved it. And Osei Korankye is one guy who has been called most of the times to play in national functions. So I was wondering why. Initially, when I decided to learn traditional instruments, people were shunning away from me because everybody is playing trumpet, saxophone, piano, guitar, and then I think I was the only one from my batch who learns traditional instruments. So I almost lost interest in it, but I found the work of Osei Korankye, and then I was like, okay, this man is being called upon in national functions and then other things, to other important things, programs and other stuff, to play this instrument, traditional stuff. So I was wondering why the general citizenry they wouldn't want to attach with the traditional stuff, but national functions and other commercials and other stuff, they would want to use it. So that is what plucked my interest, and then I decided to work on Osei Korankye, as in find out what he's doing. Then I found out that it's a project he's doing, is trying to revive interest for this. So he has been doing it for 27 years now. Yeah, he started in 1994. For him and then a few other traditional players that I interviewed in Ghana, all of them, they are like the general citizenry. They wouldn't want to pay so much attention to it. The Europeans used to attach everything traditional to idol worship. And so if they find you attaching yourself with traditional stuff, they will maybe expel you or something from their institutions, because they had built schools, they had built churches, they had instruments, and they had sugar. The reason why they linked every traditional aspect to idol worship was that initially, yes, they were doing stuff that were idol worship and then other things, killing. When they saw that, they attached everything traditional, even our dressing, everything, to idol worship. I think that is what is still in the minds of people, because I've had myself, people approach me and they are like, what are you doing? In Ghana we say abosomsom, that is idol worship. Why are you doing abosomsom? Like, why are you doing idol worship? So yeah, even my choir director in Ghana, he used to laugh at me a lot. He said, fine, I play keyboard in church, but he has seen some of my videos on YouTube. I do abosomsom too much. So they think of it in that way. So that is why a lot of people shun away from it. They are like, no, this is idol worship. No, this is traditional stuff. But maybe it's also because of how it's not really fully developed, because see, a lot of things are hanging around. It doesn't look finished. Because any time Osei Korankye is performing, he gives praise to God first. So I'm like, why are you relating it to only idol worship? There was one time we were having a 24-hour worship service. I wanted to play flute, and the flute is mostly linked to funerals. So people were like, no, we don't want it. We don't want it. And just recently I recorded a wedding song for a guy, and I wanted to add the flute, but my Ghanaian friend was like, no, don't try it. The mood around Ghanaian thinking, it's like flute is for funerals. So you can't use it for wedding, you can't use it for anything. But I found out when I came to Cape Town, just yesterday, I was playing just this, and then Vintani was playing Imbira. And right after performance, a couple just came to me. They were like, thank you for healing me. I didn't know what I did. I didn't know what I did. They said, thank you, your music has healed me. I was like, wow. I didn't even know there is that much power